At the 2025 China Masters, Li Shi Feng of China played against the left-handed Lin Chun Yi, and it's safe to say that Lin Chun Yi played exceptionally well. But was it really his form that day that allowed him to beat the higher-ranked opponent? Or was it something deeper than that? So in this video, we want to analyze why Lin Chun Yi is able to beat Li Shi Feng so easily.
Lin Chun Yi is doing here. Player in there and say, okay,
Look at that.
it's been lifted.
Before we start picking out things in each player's playstyle that gives them an advantage or disadvantage, we first must lay the foundation by briefly explaining both of their playstyles. Li Shi Feng's playstyle is extremely similar to that of Chen Long's. He plays a counter-attacking playstyle where he pushes higher and aims to change to attack by playing a good shot on defense. This style is extremely well suited to players like Chen Long and Li Shi Feng, who have very good defense and are able to cover the court extremely well because of their reach and length in their limbs. So by playing this style, Li Shi Feng utilizes his length to his advantage and forces his opponent to expend more energy than him by moving them around the court and allowing them to attack.
Really the longest run so far.
Lin Chun Yi, on the other hand, plays a simple attacking style where he aims to take the net early to set up opportunities for his backcourt. He is a very rhythmic player who doesn't make use of many pace changes, but rather scores through deadly attacking shots in the back. Despite the two having similar looking playstyles, there are minor differences that gives Lin Chun Yi the upper hand in these matchups. Li Shi Feng's playstyle is counterattack, as we mentioned before, which is exactly the edge that he gives Lin Chun Yi. By waiting for a counterattack opportunity, Li Shi Feng immediately gives Lin Chun Yi the attack in the rally. These high lifts that Li Shi Feng plays are not exactly the best shots to play against a player like Lin Chun Yi simply because of his ability to end the rally with one shot. The high lifts give too much time and allows Lin Chun Yi to get 2 feet behind the shuttle to jump smash. However, they would be okay to play if Li Shi Feng took the net earlier. But this is because he can threaten more shot options when he takes the net higher. But in these games, Li Shi Feng would take the net very low and lift high, giving Lin Chun Yi more than enough time to finish the rally with a smash. However, we need to see why Li Shi Feng takes the net so low when he plays against Lin Chun Yi, because it is not in anyone's interest to take the net lower when playing a serious match. It's easy to see that Lin Chun Yi has an extremely good smash, but another key strength that is overlooked is actually his front court. Lin Chun Yi's front court is so deceptive because of his ability to utilize his fingers and wrist to keep his swing short but quick. And on top of that, the shot speed on his pushes are extremely fast. When you combine a deceptive short swing and fast shot speed with how early Lin Chun Yi takes the shuttle at the net, it becomes almost impossible to anticipate what shot Lin Chun Yi will hit next.
Today,
This is why Lin Chun Yi can put Li Shi Feng into these late corners. And by putting Li Shi Feng into these late corners, he can then set up for his smash in the backcourt by doing one of two things. The first, which Lin Chun Yi didn't do much of, is anticipating the clear. Anticipating the clear is very good to do, but the reason why Lin Chun Yi doesn't do it much against Li Shi Feng is simply because Li Shi Feng does not play the defensive clear at all. At the professional level, where everybody has a means to kill the rally, especially in men's singles, playing a slow defensive clear where your opponent can get 2 feet behind the shuttle is essentially a death trap. So if they do play a clear, it's more of a fast punch clear. And on top of this, professionals are almost never that late to the shuttle that they have to play a defensive clear. They are usually taking the shuttle early enough that they have some shot options. That's why many players, Li Shi Feng included, will opt to play downward neutralizing shots. However, this is where Lin Chun Yi is able to set up for his back. If Li Shi Feng rarely clears, then there's no point in anticipating the clear. That's why Lin Chun Yi would anticipate the neutralizing shot and more often than not, play a shot that is tighter to the net to force Li Shi Feng to stretch out to take the shot.
of all, when Li Shi Feng is in good shape.
This brings us to a key issue Li Shi Feng has. Even though Li Shi Feng has the same counterattacking playstyle as Chen Long, there is one major difference that completely separates the two. From this position, you can see Li Shi Feng's first issue: his shot quality on his neutralizing shots in the late backcourt. Chen Long had near-perfect shot quality on his neutralizing shots in the backcourt, which made it extremely difficult to capitalize on those shots. But here, Li Shi Feng's shot quality in the backcourt can be taken advantage of. Not only is it high above the net, but there also isn't enough shot speed on it. That is why Lin Chun Yi can capitalize by holding first and then changing his shot, playing deceptions, or by spin netting and forcing the lift, because he is simply so early to the shuttle. And speaking about Li Shi Feng's shots in the late backcourt, here's what the Chinese coaches had to say. To sum it up, Sun Jun talked about two important points for Li Shi Feng to focus on. The first is for Li Shi Feng to play a hard cross shot on his late forehand, either being a drive or a clear. And the second is for Li Shi Feng to not rush when taking the net. Because Lin Chun Yi is left-handed, this cross shot is extremely effective at neutralizing the rally. This is simply because it's difficult for Lin Chun Yi to capitalize on the drive with his backhand. The most a player can do is drive or block back. Another reason to play this drive is to incite a further reply from Lin Chun Yi. Because Li Shi Feng's shot has a lot of shot speed behind it, Lin Chun Yi's reply must be a little further into the court. By making Lin Chun Yi play further into the court, Li Shi Feng doesn't have to move as far to take the net, which allows him to speed up the pace of the game and take the shuttle earlier. And playing further into the court goes for his front court as well. Li Shi Feng can aim to block further into the court and play flatter to force Lin Chun Yi to take the shuttle right away, instead of allowing him to hold and play his shot first. And by doing this, Li Shi Feng can eliminate the threat of the tight net, which allows him to focus more on his backcourt. Once Li Shi Feng has sped up the game by playing further into the court, he can then move more freely on court, as Lin Chun Yi doesn't have as much time to hold before his shots like he was doing here. That was Sun Jun's second point. By staying more composed and not rushing your footwork, Li Shi Feng can read through Lin Chun Yi's deceptions and take the next shot with more intention.
Good deception again, and he's moved backwards.
To conclude, Li Shi Feng always loses to Lin Chun Yi because of the pressure that Lin Chun Yi applies in the front court with his short, quick, and deceptive swing, forcing Li Shi Feng to play towards his weakness, his late backcourt. But what Li Shi Feng could have done is try to eliminate the tight front court by focusing on playing shots with high shot speed in the backcourt, and by playing further into the court in his front court. Had he done this, the game might have been a little bit easier. But in the end, there's a reason Li Shi Feng plays his high lift style, counterattack style, because it's what he's good at and comfortable doing. Ultimately, if you try to force yourself to play a style that you're unpracticed in, or is unfamiliar to you, then it's entirely likely that you will still end up losing, and perhaps even harder than before, even if the strategy is better. So, in a tournament scenario, it's important to focus on what you know best, and then make adjustments to learn and fix certain mistakes in your training afterward. If you guys like this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Make sure to comment what you guys want to see next, and as always, thanks for watching.